One other issue that was discussed pretty significantly and is kind of touched upon under agriculture is just affordable housing.
Yeah, that didn't come up. Well, it did come up in some of your stories. So I feel like that's probably its own area. Would you guys agree? Yes, I'm seeing some head nods. Maybe it's better to ask, does anybody disagree?
Well,
No?
this is Mike Oates. I think affordable housing, agriculture or not agriculture, it's a problem. Even
Yeah.
outside of agriculture, it's a problem for the affordable housing. It's not just agriculture.
In a lot of respects, I feel like it's more of an issue outside of agriculture. Agriculture has systems to provide housing in ways that other areas of the economy don't.
That's correct.
There's more funding streams available for agricultural housing than there is just about any other type of housing.
Okay. Brian.
Let's see, did I get myself unmuted? One thing I didn't hear, you asked for thoughts on this. I didn't hear from all groups staff retention. And as a director of a department who's struggled with staff retention, I can't emphasize enough how important that is to our organization.
And Brian, in our group, that was a point that came out, retention. And I think one of the things when I was going through my process was definitely thinking about the happiness and the just the job satisfaction from staff within the organization. Just how that creates.
So that came up in Team 1 as well, Brian.
Yeah, I had that noted in my notes as themes too. Commissioner Benton?
I don't know exactly how to bring this up. It's related to housing. I think we're in a unique position because this has come up a lot across multiple, I guess, agencies, and it's really difficult to address the affordable housing thing in Hood River County when the state system is kind of set up to not give us the tools to do that at the county level. They give us some, but we're greatly limited as opposed to the city who has a lot more tools at their disposal. So it's definitely an issue, but I guess I want to know, I think we need to have a conversation at some point about what we're looking at as far as a scope with respect to how do we address the housing problem, because it's a little difficult to come up with a lot of great ideas that would in theory address the housing issues, but then they aren't, we aren't able to implement them because of state regulation or whatever.
I have a follow-up question for you on that. And Commissioner Babbitts, I see your hand, so I'll call on you here in just a second. Has it been clearly defined what the county's role is in supporting affordable housing?
Historically, we've had different roles. I mean, we're part of the housing authority, a regional housing authority.
Okay.
So there's Section 8 housing in that. There's quite a few different housing programs with funding sources for first-time home buyers and a lot of different resources. And then we've also land banked. So we've played that role in land banking. But no, I don't know as we've ever really said these are the sets of things that we're going to do.
I think it gets.
Isn't it in the comp plan?
What was that?
Isn't it in our comprehensive plan? It's one of the state goals, isn't it? It's part of one of the state goals. Availability and affordability of housing for all across the board.
Yeah, I don't put any stock in the state's comprehensive plan or the fact that it's stated in any plan, because my experience, the state has been zero help in terms of dealing with affordable housing.
Oh, I'm not saying that I'm asking the state to help. I'm saying that it is, in terms of, is it a goal of ours? It's stated in our comprehensive plan, so it's certainly a goal of ours.
I don't think we've ever. I think what she was asking was, wow, it's raining a little hard here. I think what she was asking is, have we ever clarified what our role is in terms of housing?
Yeah, I think that's a great question, because I don't think that we have actually went through that process. I think that I guess that's what I was getting at when I was bringing this up. It'd be very valuable because it's hard for us to understand actually how much we can impact that from the county government. And I'm interested in doing everything we can, but you sit on some of these boards where it's just continually our number one priority over and over and over. But if we're doing everything we can, I don't know. It's just a conversation we need to have at some point at the commission level to really define what our role is in that. So thank you. That's a great question.